Hi Scorpio. For this reading, we're going to be discussing what type of partner you're looking for, like what type of partner your soul is looking for. And what I mean by that is sometimes like we're not really in touch with that part of ourselves. You know, that's part of the journey in this life, right? Is to get in touch with who we truly are. And it's kind of hard. So, you know, sometimes with the people we end up with in this life, like relationships, connections, there's a lot of illusion there. And that's because of our Neptune energy, the aspects within our natal chart where Neptune is located. So sometimes we are not seeing people for who they truly are, but yet it will really feel like we are. And that's like the comical part of it all. It's like, no, this is definitely what it is. And it's like, no, it's actually not. So just to give you guys a rough example, if let's just say Neptune is squaring Venus, you know, Neptune is the planet that rules, you know, intuition, psychic abilities, just to name a few. But then it also rules, you know, la la land. Okay. So there's like this fine line where you have to discern what's real and what's not. And then there's Venus, which rules love, beauty, money, aesthetics, anything beautiful. So squaring is that energy within two planets where it's like something's got to happen. It's like there's basically squaring is gonna be, it's gonna be a hard time. You're gonna have a hard time with love. You're not gonna see people clearly. You're going to, there's going to be a lot of clouds, a lot of fog. So for example, if Neptune is squaring your ascendant, your rising sign, in life, you're not going to be able to see people clearly for who they really are. You're gonna either see people, you're either just gonna have the wrong misconception of them, you're gonna make the wrong judgment calls about people, you're gonna be deceived by people or think too highly of people, some type of illusion. And this is because of the aspects within Neptune within your natal chart. And, you know, if you were to just learn about it and how it affects you in your natal chart, you can work with this and try to see more clearly so that way you don't waste your time, to put it nicely. Because sometimes we just put these people on a pedestal and it's like, well, you know, sometimes when we get outside advice, right? And it's like we say the things we say that's going on with these relationships and these connections, and it sounds so straightforward. It sounds so obvious, like this person's a bag of fucking dicks, right? And it's like, and we're saying it and we hear it, but it's like we still feel those feelings and we're like, but we're the exception. And it's like, no, you're not, you know. And I know that may come off as really negative, but it's really not. And this is why I don't want you guys to hold on to attachments. Attachments is not a good type of energy. Attachments is low vibrational, it's a low frequency, and you just never want to hold on to anything. You just don't. You don't want to think you are the exception. You want to consider yourself as the rule. Usually when things end, 9 out of 10 times, it's for a reason. It's meant to end. There are those exceptions out there where it's like, okay, this was a little different this time, but usually they're not. And I don't want to give you guys false hope. And I know usually when you're coming to these videos, because I was once that person, it's like you usually have false hope, but usually you shouldn't. It's because you're not seeing something clearly. But other people sometimes can see it clearly, right? They're like, oh, okay, well, this is what's going on. And you're kind of fighting it because you don't want to believe it to be true. Sometimes we feel something in our gut. Our higher self is trying to tell us something, our intuition. And it's like, well, we kind of aren't able to get in touch with that because it's like we're fighting that. We're like, no. This isn't true. This isn't true because ... And it's like, if we were to just, you know, listen to that and just be like, okay, well, what is my higher self trying to tell me, and why? Why does my higher self feel like this isn't going to work out? And why? You know, every time I'm in a relationship and it ends, I've done this for years now, and I never knew, you know, it's because I was like low-key somewhat spiritual. I was never that person that like jumped from relationship to relationship. I always took a break. I wanted to heal. I wanted to reflect. And I would always write down the things that I learned, the things that I wanted out of the next relationship, and the things I didn't want. So I found this post-it from years ago. And this is also a thing we do. I forgot to mention this in other videos, where we write these things down we learned and we expect in the next relationship. And unless we have it like hanging up in front of us, it's like we kind of lose sight of this, and we let ourselves down sometimes if we don't take this as a mental note. It'll always be there subconsciously, and that's why we kind of hold these expectations of these people mentally, and that's why we get frustrated with them or angry, whatever. But it's very hard. It's something you should do, is take note of the things you want and expect out of relationships, and the things you do not want, and the things you will not tolerate, so you can form boundaries in relationships and connections. So that way you can make it that much easier to let go when you should. So I wrote this years ago. I wrote, when I find someone who can make me laugh, smile, and who has very similar goals as mine and actually acts on them, then I have found my match. Someone who challenges me in good ways, and someone who accepts me for who I am, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I have then found my match. So I feel like I've always overstayed my welcome, as do so many other people, those constant on again, off again relationships, right? I feel like we stay on a subconscious level because we're inspired to understand what we can't comprehend, because it's that Neptune energy that's keeping us there. There's a fog, there's cloudiness. It's like, this feels so good. This feels so right. Why can't we make it right? What is missing here? We can do this. We can do it. And it's like, sometimes you just got to like let it go. And it's like easier said than done, right? It's like, sometimes we just can't. We just keep going back, keep going back, keep going back. And it's like, how many more times can we keep going back and wasting our fucking time? And it's like, technically the higher perspective is you're never wasting your time, right? Because you're learning something from these people. You're also enjoying your time too, right? It's not all bad times. However, it's like, you could be doing so many more better things with yourself, especially when like there's that voice in you that's telling you leave. And that's what like kills me sometimes. So I remember there was this one time, and I know I said it in another video, so I'm sorry if you watched that and I'm repeating myself, but there was this one time where like I kept seeing 89, and I felt like that was my higher self connecting with me. And I swear to you, on everything, I felt like she was telling me to run with this person I was with. She was like, run, bitch. But I kept fighting that. My ego kept coming in, and I was like, maybe she's telling me to stay. And maybe it's my ego that's telling me to run. I switched it up. I said the opposite. I was trying to play myself. But your intuition is actually the first message that comes to your mind. It's the quietest one. It's the one that just, if you were to get a vision on what your higher self is doing when you get that intuitive hit, it's doing this. You know, like a note in school, like, it's so fucking quiet. And then our ego is the one that's like, hey, did you get the note? And then the teacher finds out, you know, and it's like, oh shit, you moron. So I kept staying. And then one day, remember, I kept seeing 89 everywhere I turned. And I was that person that was like, oh, it's a coincidence. And one day it just hit so hard. I remember being with this person, and I was just like, and I knew he wasn't spiritual. I knew it. I knew I'd regret saying what I said, but I was like, fuck it, I don't care. I was like, I feel like my higher self is trying to tell me something. And he looked at me like I had 5 heads. He's like, oh, okay, what is that? And like I explained it to him, and I was like, I don't know what she's trying to tell me, but she's trying to tell me something. Later that night, I found out he cheated on me. So And I still stayed and almost married that person. So sometimes we stay longer than our welcome because it's like we're hung up on the time we've invested in these people. We're hung up on the illusion of the fantasy we created. You know, sometimes, you know, the person I was with, I had envisioned being with him since I was like 12 years old. He was, back then, my friend's brother. And I was hung up on the idea of him. And he never was that person. And, you know, that sounds like batshit crazy saying it out loud. However, when you're in it and you see the Neptune like aspects I have, it's like, no, that makes sense that I couldn't accept it. It's like I could not accept what it actually was. And it's like I was just living off this this idea of what I had envisioned since I was 12 years old, me ending up with this guy. Like literally, I was manifesting it for years. I was like, I'm going to end up with him. I'd write my name and his last name. I would write, I'm going to marry him, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, it literally was going to happen. And there was so much fog, like so much fog, so much illusion. And it's like, bitch, where was the illusion? It was right in front of you. And it's like, well, I kept seeing what I thought were the promising traits, you know, like I saw his, you know, this is what I'm always going to say. And people are going to think, oh, it's just me not wanting to admit my faults, but it's not. Oh my God, I admit all my negative traits all the time. I really feel deep down I'm able to see people's, as are so many, right? Truest potential, like higher self, I really do. I'm able to see that in people, but that's where I get stuck and I stay there. And you may be one of those people too, where it's like you see the fucking potential and you get wrapped in that. You may even see small fucking changes and you get wrapped in that. But it's like, is it genuine, or are they just now realizing that you're slowly but surely out the fucking door? So you really have to discern who these people are and who they're not, and what it is you want out of life and what you don't want. Sometimes I think, without even realizing, we are those people who are willing to settle and yet be those people who are saying, I will never settle. I found a journal entry during when I was engaged, and I didn't even know I had a journal back then. I just found it a few days ago. And I literally wrote, I feel like I'm making a huge fucking mistake. I'm fucking miserable. Yet I was going to marry this person. Why? Why? That Neptune energy will make you stay longer than needed. So I don't want you guys doing that. I want you guys understanding what your soul really wants in a soulmate. And understanding what your soul wants is understanding thyself. And a majority of us don't even know that part. We know bits of it, right? So if this reading can give you food for thought over the next few days, or if you resonate with it, I hope that helps. So I'm going to pull some tarot, and then I'm going to pull some screenshots of quotes I thought were, you know, inspiring from my first spiritual awakening back in 2016. All right. So let's see what I got for you. What does your soul want out of a soulmate? Out of a partner? One card, please. Queen of Swords. Three of Wands in reverse. Ooh. The Magician. Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, and I don't care if these come out in reverse. We're not taking reversals with these. There are reasons why we think about this person months later. Every experience we have only makes us better people, and flings are no exception. They shape us into learning more about ourselves and those around us. So, if you are given the opportunity, it might be worth mentioning a subtle interest in flinging again. Here are 5 reasons why it might be worth the risk. Time matures people. You'll have to use your imagination. I'm sorry. Convincing yourself you slept well tricks your brain into thinking it did, thus giving you more energy. They called it placebo sleep. Smart people underestimate themselves, and ignorant people think they're brilliant. If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. Okay, so Scorpio. Sorry about the light. I don't know what else to... Wait, it's not that light? I don't know. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to channel. What does your soulmate look for in a partner? Oh, wait. What does your soul look for in a soulmate, in a partner? I feel like I'm seeing opening the door to a dark room and black shit coming out of your head. This is weird, but I feel like I'm seeing those cookies from the bakery with the... I don't like these cookies, but whatever. The cookies with the cherry in the middle. I don't think it fucking matters, to be honest. But anyway, there's a bunch of cookies on the head on top of the black shit. So it's like you are looking for somebody. Oh, you're looking for somebody maybe to like not only stimulate your mind. It's either stimulating your mind or like thinking, coming out, like thinking, I don't want to say making you happy, but that's kind of like what I'm getting, like coming out of the dark, like, and seeing the brighter side to the world, or sweeter side to the world, right? It's cookies, but dark shit was coming out of your head. We're in a dark room and somebody's opening the door with light, and now there's cookies on top of the gross shit. So I'm seeing a butterfly on a flagpole. Wow, I'm really getting like Scorpio vibes, like death, rebirth, transformation, like maybe like deep, like, and I'm feeling like this is turning into a street sign, like which way to go in the dark, like direction. This is interesting. So I feel like you're looking for I'm just feeling stimulation, like you're looking for change, you're looking for I am seeing everything in the dark, so I feel like maybe I don't want to say this because it's like you can't look for people to take you out of the energy of fear, right? Like I feel like there's a fear of building a home. You know what I mean by that? Like building a home, like commitment. Yeah, I'm seeing the ring. Like I feel like you're looking for somebody to... Oh, wait. What? Hold on. I'm going to open my eyes. What would make your soul happy? A committed relationship, but you aren't there. Something like that. Like there's fears with this. Hold on one second. Oh, this was all this shit. I mean, I was seeing it differently coming from the head. So I feel like the current energy is imbalance and you're looking for balance. The energy is that you're seeking help from a partner to get into this energy of being a good partner. Yeah. Yeah, Three of Wands is like the journey ahead, you know? Like, the Magician is making shit happen. All right, I'm going to close my eyes. Seeing building a home, like an actual home. But there's so many fears. It's like, wait, I'm so confused right now. What does your soul want? This is what your soul wants, but you may not be in touch with this. This is maybe in your subconscious. If you don't resonate with this, I'm sorry. The reason I'm gonna open my eyes. The reason I'm having difficulty with this is all coming through in the dark, and the energy is fear. So it's like, I feel like these are things you want, but are having trouble either seeing or getting in touch with or knowing about yourself. Maybe look up your Chiron placement. This usually when shit like this happens, not wanting to commit, it usually has to do with childhood wounds. So I would look up Chiron, your Chiron placement, just because it's usually always out of fear. It always has to do with abandonment issues, or it's always us lying to ourselves. It's our ego. It just stems from fear, being afraid. All right, let's go back. What are you looking for? Sorry. What are you looking for? Soulmate. What is your soul looking for? Somebody who I feel like is liked. That's that energy. I'm feeling somebody waving at people and well off or something like that, like successful. Wait, this... I'm feeling like you want that too for you. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? Oh, to share and trust. I feel like that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna open up my eyes. I feel like this has to do with the fear. Convincing yourself you slept well tricks your brain into thinking it did. It's just like code, you know, like not, I mean, apply it how you see fit, but that wouldn't have to do with what your soul is looking for in a soulmate. Convincing yourself you slept well tricks your brain into thinking it did. It's like you may be convincing yourself you don't want certain things in order to prevent yourself from getting hurt. But it's like, it's not true. You're just lying to yourself. I would say, what are the repetitive cycles that you've done, that you've been through in other relationships? You know what I mean? Like, how are they constantly ending and why? And I would reflect on that, because what I'm seeing is that, you know, as a Scorpio, it's like your psyche is like, it's deep. It's like you are able to see the world for as it is. And sometimes it's kind of depressing, right? It's like, and a lot of people aren't able to see that. So it's like you may be looking for somebody to make you see the brighter side to life, you know, because your mind just may go to dark things automatically, or just seeing the negative things, and it's like you don't mean to, but it's just like you kind of see the world for how it is. And I know what that's like. It sucks. You try to play mind games with yourself, like, no, this person cares about me, and it's like, you know they don't. But it's like the higher perspective is like, does it fucking matter, you know? Or like, do they really not care about you? Or is it just like you misunderstanding their actions? Like, do you really need this person to do something in order for them to for them to show they care about you? You know what I mean? People with like deep psyches, you know, people misunderstand them for needing to be like on, you know, antidepressant medicine or like imbalance. It's just like these people, they just have a broader understanding of people and their intentions and being let down. And, you know, it's like most people live in like, what is that phrase? Rose colored glasses, something like that. Like, they don't see the world for how it really is, but you know, Scorpios usually do. So it's like, I feel like you're looking for somebody to be positive, honestly, like kind of take you out of this mindset where your mind goes negative, you know. I feel like you're looking for somebody to build with, to build a home with. But that is definitely coming through as a fear right now. So I don't know. You're gonna have to hold that as you see fit, but that's what I'm seeing. Well, let me see if I see anything else for you guys. I feel like I'm seeing 2 white flags. So I feel like just going with the flow, you know, like, I don't want to say like a hard, I'm gonna open my eyes, like, oh, wait. Okay, so I'm gonna keep with that, like a going with the flow type of relationship. Obviously, I feel like we all want that, but I'm gonna say that because of this type of energy, right? But this is what's coming to my mind right now, because Eight of Cups in reverse. So Eight of Cups is walking away from something. Eight of Cups in reverse is going back to something. And then this came back. This came up, I'm sorry. There are reasons why we think about this person months later. Every experience we have only makes us better people, and flings are no exception. So convincing yourself you slept well tricks your brain into thinking you did. So what would make your soul happy? Okay. So, I mean, you're going to have to hold that where you see fit as well. There may be a relationship that you consider going back to. And what I would truly, truly recommend before doing anything with that is, because I would reflect on, why did it end? Because it's so important to do this list of your boundaries. You know, what are you looking for with someone, and what are the things you do not want with somebody? And then does this person hold true with that? And then you have fears. Can you let these fears go? Because I'm telling you right now, these fears are going to interfere with this. And it's just going to be a ripple effect, and it's going to manifest itself into making two people insecure, and then it's just going to not work out. So I feel like it's coming through that you're not too sure what you want, but however, this reading is about what your soul wants. So your soul is, your higher self is coming through in this reading, saying what it is you want, but you're not in touch with that, or you're trying to be. I would say get in touch with that first before you consider this, if this is a thing. But do the work here with what you're looking for, what you're not looking for. Let me check these two out again. Feelings. So what are you looking for? You're looking for, oh, okay, intimacy, like deep, real shit. Okay, I'm gonna stop watching. So you're looking for, you're looking for beautiful shit. That's, I know I'm not using the most poetic words, but you're looking for like deep love, like I don't know how to describe what I saw, like you're looking for true love, like deep, on a deep level. So I would honor that and go for that and not accept anything less. But getting back to this, we're inspired to understand what we can't comprehend. There's something you're not comprehending about yourself. So you don't want to bring unsure energy into any relationship. I feel like you need to figure something out about yourself and what it is you want, and make sure that matches up with your person, you know, because you guys gotta be on the same page with that. And if you're not, it's like I wouldn't waste anybody's time, because it wouldn't be fair to anybody, you know. So I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. I felt like this reading was this didn't come through as clear as I wanted it to be, but I can't pretend I understand something when I don't. It's just, I'm not going to do that. So yeah, I hope this helped, guys. All right, bye.